She never stops whining.
No.
They're ridiculous.
No. That is so beautiful. No.
They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm gonna put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends.
You look lovely.
Thank you, so do you.
Before we get into it,
What can crowns go in the recycling bin?
Toss them on the goodwill pile. Out with the old. In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. But not too far.
And this controversy reignited after Meghan signed a gift with her HRH after stepping away from full-time royal duties.
Your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun.
Picture this, a single card, nestled in a charming gift basket, ignites a royal scandal that could reshape the British monarchy's future. Did Meghan Markle just toss a match into a powder keg of palace drama? That card, proudly stamped HRH the Duchess of Sussex, has set tongues wagging from Buckingham Palace to social media feeds. Insiders say Prince William is seething, ready to erase those three letters, HRH, when he claims the throne. Why does a tiny title spark such a massive uproar? And could a future king really rewrite the Sussexes' story with a single decree? Let's unravel this saga, because it's packed with twists, betrayals, and a royal rift that's got the world buzzing. Stick with me, this is one story you won't want to miss. It all kicked off with a seemingly innocent gesture, a jar of homemade strawberry sauce. Last month, Meghan Markle sent a gift basket to her friend Jamie Kern-Lima.
Dropped off this gift basket with ice creams, homemade strawberry sauce to put on top of the ice cream.
A powerhouse entrepreneur who just featured Meghan's new lifestyle brand on her podcast. Tucked inside was a compliments card, its words gleaming like a royal crown, with the compliments of HRH the Duchess of Sussex. Sweet, right? Not so fast. Those three letters, HRH, were like a spark in a dry forest.
I find it a little bit cringe to give a gift to a close friend and sign it Her Royal Highness.
Why even in private? She's using that full title, Her Royal Highness.
Back in 2020, Meghan and Prince Harry swore they'd never use their His and Her Royal Highness titles after stepping back from royal life. That promise was meant to close the book on their royal roles. So, when that card flashed across a podcast screen, seen by millions, it wasn't just a thoughtful gift. It was a bold move that reignited old tensions. Social media lit up, with fans praising Meghan's charm and critics calling it a slap in the face to the monarchy. X posts buzzed with comments like, "She's taunting the palace," and "Just a private note, what's the big deal?" But this wasn't just about jam. It was a signal that Meghan's not done with her royal roots.
According to a report in OK magazine, Prince William plans on stripping both Harry and Meghan of their HRH titles once he becomes king.
And it's got the palace on high alert. So, how did a simple gift turn into a royal landmine? Let's rewind to understand the stakes. To get why this card caused such a storm, we need to go back to January 2020, a chilly day at Sandringham House in Norfolk. Inside, for royals, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry sat down for what's now called the Sandringham Summit. To backdrop, Harry and Meghan's bombshell announcement that they were stepping back as senior royals.
Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Craving a life free from palace protocols. The monarchy was reeling. The Queen, known for her steely resolve, wanted a solution that preserved the crown's dignity. After tense talks, a deal emerged. Harry and Meghan would move to California, repay public funds for their Frogmore Cottage renovations, and, crucially, drop their HRH titles in all contexts, public or private. The royal website spelled it out clearly. The Sussexes will not use their HRH titles as they are no longer working members of the royal family. It was a gentleman's agreement, sealed with trust, not contracts.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled she became a, quote, princess.
We want our privacy and safety, but we'll go be at Beyonce concerts and do whatever we want. Oh, look at him.
At the time, it seemed like a clean break. Harry, born a prince with HRH etched into his identity, and Meghan, who'd held the title for just 18 months, agreed to let it go. The world saw them as modern ex-royals, carving their own path. But that gift card, flashing HRH in 2025, suggests the deal's unraveling. And it's not the first hint of trouble. There's a backstory here that's been simmering for years. Before we dive into the palace's reaction, let's talk about why HRH matters so much. The title His or Her Royal Highness isn't just a fancy label. It's a symbol of duty, loyalty, and service to the crown. Only working royals, those who carry out official duties, typically hold it. For Harry, it was his birthright as a prince. For Meghan, it came with her 2018 marriage to Harry, a nod to her role in the royal machine. But when they left, the deal was clear: no HRH, no royal duties, no problem. Yet,
she wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara, she doesn't want the public service.
As that was Meghan's dream. Her dream was to be an A-lister, and she was unable to make it to those A-list parties on the basis of her own merit as an actress. You know, she wasn't a very good actress, and so she figured out how to maneuver that by
photos about last night. ... Thank you, Beyonce and team, for an amazing concert and a very fun date night. All love. Girl, she didn't invite you to the concert.
Whispers of Meghan using the title started long before the jam incident. In April 2024, Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister posted a thank you note addressing Meghan as Your Royal Highness. Meghan reposted it on Instagram. No correction, no disclaimer, just a glossy story for her 8 million followers. Royal watchers pounced, calling it a test of the palace's boundaries. Team Sussex brushed it off, saying it wasn't her words, just a repost. But the strawberry sauce card? That was Meghan's own handiwork. A deliberate choice that's got insiders wondering if she's flexing her royal status for a reason. And that reason might just be tied to her next big move. But first, let's see how Prince William's taking this. Prince William, the future king, isn't just annoyed, he's reportedly furious. Sources close to him, cited in outlets like OK Magazine and The Daily Beast, say he views Meghan's HRH stunt as a direct betrayal of his grandmother's trust. William's always been the dutiful son, stepping up during the Queen's final years and his father's health challenges. To him, the monarchy is a sacred institution, and Meghan's casual use of HRH feels like a mockery of that legacy. Insiders claim he's been vocal behind closed doors, calling the move disrespectful and vowing to act decisively when he becomes king. The day I put on the crown, one source quotes him, those letters are gone. William's not just talking tough. Reports suggest he's already tasked aides with exploring legal options to strip Harry and Meghan of their titles. This isn't just about a card, it's personal. William and Harry, once inseparable, have been at odds since Harry's memoir Spare spilled family secrets in 2023. From Harry's claims of physical clashes to Meghan's allegations of palace prejudice, the rift runs deep. Now, with Meghan waving the HRH flag, William sees a challenge to his future reign. But can he really make those titles disappear? That's where things get tricky. Stripping an HRH title isn't like flipping a switch. It's a legal and political minefield. Unlike dukedoms, which are tied to parliamentary law, HRH is a royal prerogative, a gift the monarch can give or take away with a stroke of a pen. Constitutional expert Norman Baker explains it's like a royal executive order. No parliament needed, just the king's will. There's precedent, too. When Princess Diana divorced Prince Charles in 1996, Queen Elizabeth quietly removed her HRH title, signaling her exit from royal life. The same happened to Sarah Ferguson after her split from Prince Andrew. But Harry's case is different. He's a prince by blood, fifth in line to the throne, and still technically in the royal fold, even if he's not working. Revoking his HRH would be a historic first, and Meghan's title, tied to her marriage, would likely fall with it. Legal advisors warn it's possible but risky. A royal decree could spark lawsuits, especially if Harry challenges it under UK human rights law, claiming unfair treatment. Then there's the PR fallout. Imagine the headlines, the Netflix specials, the global uproar. Palace insiders call it uncharted territory, and William knows it. But there's another angle here. Why is Meghan leaning into HRH now? Let's explore that, because it's not just about nostalgia. Rumors are flying that Meghan's HRH move is no accident. It's a power play for her brand. Her new lifestyle venture, as ever, is more than just strawberry jam. Launched in 2024 as American Riviera Orchard, it's now a full-blown empire with a Netflix cooking and gardening show. With Love, Meghan, set to debut in 2025. That gift basket to Jamie Kern Lima wasn't just a thank you, it was a marketing moment. flashed on a podcast with millions of viewers. Brand analysts say that HRH title, even used privately, sprinkles royal fairy dust on her products. Estimates peg as ever's potential valuation at 8 figures, but that hinges on Meghan's global star power, and her royal connection is a big part of that. Sources close to Team Sussex insist she's not using HRH commercially, just in personal notes. But when those notes go viral, they boost her brand's prestige. Some speculate this could even strain her marriage with Harry, who's reportedly more focused on philanthropy through their Archewell Foundation. Others say it's a deliberate middle finger to the palace, reinforcing their rebel royals narrative. Whatever the truth, it's got the monarchy on edge, and the palace's response is split right down the middle. Inside Buckingham Palace, it's like watching two reigns collide. King Charles, now in his late 70s, is known for avoiding conflict. Sources say he's irritated by Meghan's HRH slip but prefers to let it slide rather than fuel more drama. Charles has enough on his plate: health scares, a slimmed-down monarchy, and a public still adjusting to his reign after Queen Elizabeth's passing in 2022. He's reportedly loath to pick a fight with his youngest son, especially after Harry's public pleas for reconciliation in interviews like his 2023 BBC sit-down. But William? He's a different beast. Friends describe him as coiled like a spring, ready to enforce order when his time comes. Palace aides are reportedly divided, with some loyal to Charles's keep-the-peace approach and others quietly backing William's hardline stance. Leaks to the New York Post and Daily Beast suggest William's team is already drafting letters patent, formal royal decrees, to revoke HRH the moment he's crowned. Staff call it two reigns in waiting, a clash of caution versus action. And with William's coronation potentially years away, every new HRH cameo from Meghan tightens the tension. But what does the public think? That's where this story gets even louder. Hop onto X, and you'll see the public's not holding back. Posts are flooded with opinions, many calling for Harry and Meghan to lose their titles for good. One user wrote, HRH is for royals who serve, not those who cash in on the crown. Another called Meghan's gift card a calculated jab, time to overshadow William and Kate's 14th wedding anniversary in April 2025. But not everyone agrees. Some fans defend Meghan, arguing she's just using her title privately, not for profit. It's her right as a duchess, one ex-post claimed. These are just voices in the crowd, not facts, but they show a growing divide. A recent Find Out Now poll found 60% of Brits support stripping the Sussexes titles, citing their exit from royal duties and Harry's tell-all memoir as proof they've burned bridges. Yet, the same poll showed a chunk of younger fans admire their independence. This public buzz could tip the scales for William, giving him the backing he needs to act. But what happens if he does? Let's look at the fallout, because it's not just about titles, it's about their entire empire. If William becomes king and signs that decree, HRH could vanish from Harry and Meghan's world overnight. Imagine the scene: their passports, letterheads, and Instagram bios stripped of royal flair. Their $100 million Netflix deal, set to expire in late 2025, hinges on their star power, and that HRH glow is a big part of it. Without it, their Archewell Foundation and as ever brand might lose that palace-approved sheen, making investors think twice. Brand experts warn that losing HRH could dent licensing fees and shake confidence just as Meghan's cooking show launches. Picture a jar of as ever jam without that royal mystique, still tasty, but less exclusive. On the flip side, Sussex loyalists argue stripping their titles could be a gift. It might turbocharge their outsider narrative, turning every product into a symbol of defiance against the crown. Harry's memoir Spare already sold millions by leaning into their rebel story. Imagine what a banished royals angle could do for their brand. Either way, the stakes are sky high, and the palace is bracing for impact. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about the bigger picture. This isn't just about Meghan and Harry, it's about the monarchy's future. William's reign, whenever it comes, will face a world far different from his grandmother's. The public's appetite for royal drama is endless, but so is their demand for accountability. Stripping HRH could signal a new, no-nonsense monarchy, one that draws a hard line on loyalty. But it could also backfire, painting William as petty and reigniting Megxit-level chaos. Palace aides are already wargaming the fallout, with binders labeled Charles's plan, do nothing, and William's plan, act fast. Reports suggest William's team is crafting media strategies to handle the inevitable storm. Think global headlines, X threads, and maybe even a Harry-led CNN special. And if Harry fights back, possibly with US lawyers citing human rights, the drama could drag on for months. The last time the royals faced a crisis this big was 1997, when Diana's death shook the monarchy to its core. This could be just as explosive, And it's all hinging on 3 little letters. So, where does this leave us? Meghan's gift card has done more than spark a scandal. It's exposed a fault line in the royal family. Charles wants peace, William wants order, and Harry and Meghan are carving their own path, HRH or not. The public's split, the palace is tense, and the clock's ticking toward William's reign. If he pulls that trigger, the Sussexes brand could take a hit, or soar to new heights as the ultimate royal rebels. Their Netflix deal, their jam jars, their entire identity hangs in the balance. So, what do you think? Should Harry and Meghan keep their royal titles, or is William right to slam the door shut? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this saga's far from over. The fuse is lit, the coronation's coming, and the next move could change the royal game forever. Hit that subscribe button, and let's keep unpacking this drama together.